Hey everybody, welcome back to the Race Vice Smokehouse and Grill. Today is another episode in our tailgate series, and we're making pork chops, which are perfect for any tailgate. Let's go! When you're making any food for a tailgate party, you want it to be easy and delicious. This is another very easy recipe that you can make the day before, get out to the park, throw them on the grill, and within an hour you're eating some awesome appetizers. So a pig shot is basically a piece of sausage. We're using some smoked Polish sausage here, wrapped in bacon, and then filled with a cheese blend. We're using cream cheese and cheddar cheese, and we're also adding a little something extra to it in a little bit. First thing we're gonna do is make our cheese blend. Now our cheese mixture is going to be pretty basic. It's going to be a block of cream cheese and some sharp cheddar cheese. This cream cheese has been sitting out to get to room temperature. That way when we mix it, it's nice and easy and you're not fighting a cold cream cheese. So I'll put that in. It's about a 7-ounce bag of cheddar cheese here. We'll start off with about half of it and then see if we want to add any more or not. Yeah, I think this is about the right amount here. So about 3.5 ounces of cheddar cheese into 1 block of cream cheese. Get that all mixed up. Now I've seen people add diced jalapenos in here, which sounds amazing to me. Being from Chicago, we love our giardiniera. I have some hot giardiniera relish, which is basically a spicy pepper veggie blend with oil, and it's just really awesome. And we're gonna add about a tablespoon of this relish into there. That's gonna really give it some extra flavor and some pop. Let's get this mixed in here. So we have our mixture all put together. Now for the sake of how we're gonna handle this, let me get rid of this fork. So when we're building these, we're gonna have to put this cream cheese mixture into that piece of bacon. That's kind of a pain if you're just trying to do it by hand or by spoon. You see a lot of people using piping bags if you have piping bags. If not, a regular Ziploc bag will work. We're gonna put this in here down in the corner, snip off the end, and then we're gonna be able to pretty accurately fill up those pig shots. So let's get this in the bag before we start cutting up our meat. Get all of that in there. Pick what corner you want it to go to. There you go, you got your own piping bag. We're gonna snip this off when it's time to start filling those up. For now, let's just put this over to the side. Time to cut up our sausage. We're using just regular Polska kielbasa, the regular kielbasa smoked sausage. Get this at your grocery store. It's pre-cooked, so all you're trying to do is warm it up to a safe range. We'll start off with one here. Now you want these to be roughly half the size of your bacon. So about an inch, a little over an inch, 1.25 inches. Man down. We have our sausage ling cut up into pieces. Next step is we're gonna slice some bacon. We're using thick cut bacon for these. You want some good thick bacon to go around to really hold that cheese in place while it's cooking. Let's get a few strips of these bacon. Each one of these pieces is gonna take roughly half a piece of bacon. So let's see, we'll calculate this out here. We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 19. So about 10 strips of bacon cut in half. So let's pull 10 out. Here's our bacon. And we're gonna cut this bacon right in half. Next step, we're gonna take this sausage and we're just gonna roll it up. And see, it gives you a little cup in there. That's where you're gonna add your cheese mixture. But in order to keep this in place, you're gonna wanna place a toothpick right through the center. Make sure it goes through the sausage, comes out both ends. Boom, there's your pig shot glass. That's what we're gonna pipe that cheese mixture into, right there. So now we're gonna do this with the rest of these. You're gonna wanna get that sausage close to the bottom there. When it gets slick. There's 2, and we're gonna do these to the rest of these, so we'll be back once we have these all wrapped up. All these pig shots are put together. We got the toothpicks going through there. We got the bacon wrapped around. Now for the sake of handling and making things easier, I suggest you put them on a wire rack. That way you're not putting one individually on at a time on the grill, which could be a real pain in the butt. And I also suggest you use a finer grid rack. I've done it with longer ones, you know, with it doesn't have the crosshatch on there, and they tend to fall, and when they fall and they get hot, that cheese will leak out and you lose a lot of the goodness. So let's put it on this rack here. Okay, looking beautiful. Next step, you grab your cheese. We've got it in this makeshift piping bag, and all we're gonna do is snip this tip here a little bit in order to be able to put this cheese into the shot glass, the pig shot glass. So pipe that in. This is so much easier than trying to use your hands. Go back and fill any that you might not have filled enough. These are set. Next step, I'm hitting it with a little Holy Voodoo from Meat Church. This is one of my favorite rubs. It gives that great spicy, salty jalapeno taste to it, which goes great with this. So I'm just gonna do a quick dusting over the side. I'm not gonna do the whole piece of bacon or anything like that. Just a dusting over the top, and then it's ready to get on the grill. There we go. These are all put together. We're gonna throw them on the Weber kettle. We're using the slow and sear along with some Jealous Devil lump charcoal, and we're gonna put just a thin layer of charcoal down and put some lit charcoal on top, because we don't need a super long cook with this. These are only gonna cook a half hour, 45 minutes before we put a sauce glaze on them, and then they're gonna be on for another 15, maybe an hour total. So you don't need to load it up like you're gonna be cooking 7 hours or a brisket or anything like that. Just a quick cook, enough to go for about an hour. Let's put these on the grill. These coals on the Weber are ready to go. Let's get these pig shots on. And we're cooking these with indirect heat. So we're gonna put these on this side. I'm actually gonna move some of these back here, just to get a little bit of that away from the heat. There you go, we're gonna close it up. Close this down. So at this point, we're just really making sure that bacon gets cooked all the way through and hope that we don't melt that cheese when it pour out of the bottom. So we're gonna check back in 20 minutes, half hour, take a look, see how it's progressing, maybe rotate some of those pig shots around, and then we'll get ready for the saucing. We're just gonna hit it with a little sauce at the end, and that makes it so much better. Such a great bite. So we'll be back when it's time to sauce them. These pig shots have been on about 35 minutes. Let's go take a quick look at them. See, they're coming along nicely. That bacon still has a little more time to cook. Maybe I stuffed these a little bit too much with cheese, but they're popping out. But hey, it's gonna be good. I don't care what you say, especially once we get that sauce on there. We're gonna let this go about 10 more minutes before I sauce up. And then once we sauce, it's gonna go another 10 to 15 minutes and then be done. We're gonna pull them off. So let's get this closed back up and wait about 10 more minutes before we throw some sauce on here. We're about 45 minutes in, and these are looking great. We had a couple explode like a volcano, but that's okay. Maybe I overstuffed them. It's okay. That's just more flavor waiting to be had. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and hit these with a sauce. Use your favorite sauce on here. I'm using one of my homemade sauces, a nice thin vinegar sauce. Any sauce goes good with these. Just hit them with a little baste. Let's baste these up. Not going too crazy, just going basically with a glaze on these, just to give another layer of flavor. Sounds like a big dog over there, huh? These have been glazed up. We're gonna shut the lid, let it go about 10 minutes just to let that glaze set up, and then we're gonna pull them off and try them out. Let's close this down. These pig shots are done. I let them rest about 10 minutes here or so, just to let that cheese inside cool down. But look at these things. They are gorgeous, and I know they're gonna taste good. So let's try them. this is another home run in the Tailgate series. These are great, again, because you can make them the night before, let them set in the fridge. When you get out to the park, throw them on the grill. Total time about an hour, 45 minutes, and then you put some sauce on there, let it go another 15 minutes or so, let it glaze up nice, and then they are done and ready to eat. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed what we did, please give a like, subscribe, and check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.